Hi, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jen Newman with Orlando Shakes, and we are here with Vincent Delaney, the playwright behind the Mallard. How are you doing today?
Hey, really good. Thanks so much for having me on.
You're very welcome. We're thrilled that you're able to join us today. This is not going to be your first time with us for Playfest, is it?
I want to say this is my fourth time. I think
Let's
four
see.
times.
Yeah. What keeps bringing you back?
You know what? I just love how things work with you all. I just love how dedicated the teams are to the new work, how great the actors are, how good the directors are. It's always a fantastic experience.
I love hearing that. Now, for those of you that could be watching and are thinking to yourself, wait a minute, what exactly is Playfest? Would you like to explain how Playfest is from like the playwright's view, and then I'll take it over from our point of view?
Well, I can tell you what my experiences have been like coming out there with you guys. Although I will say the last one was on Zoom. It was actually during COVID, and that was a completely different universe. Although, again, the acting was really great. It's usually about a week of rehearsal, maybe 20 hours of rehearsal, lots and lots of revision, lots and lots of changes, meeting with the director, meeting with the dramaturg. And then, it culminates in that public reading. And those readings, in my memory, were really well attended, like, a couple hundred people watching these new plays. Really, really exciting to get a sense of how it works in front of an audience. That's what that's all about.
Yeah. So on our end, we have broken it up to one play a day, and we've got five plays this year. And what people can expect is, normally when they come here for a play, they've got entire costumes and all these props and everything. This is completely different because these plays have not made it to stage yet. And so you've got the playwright, you've got the actors, and they're reading their scripts, and it's very pared down. But I think it's the coolest thing when you actually get in and you see it because it to me you're like, "Oh my gosh, I got to see this first. Now I can't wait to see it in full
That's right.
production."
Yeah, and your imagination will do a lot. And actors are so good actors, they just create it up here anyway. You don't need all that other stuff. In some ways, it's more real just to hear the words. In some ways, it's more real.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. So I'm going to tell you, I absolutely love your play. Uh, for me, I found it hysterical in times, and also I could kind of relate to it a little bit. But I'm going to get to that in just a little while. First, I'm going to ask you, without giving us any spoilers, because
Yeah.
you don't want that to happen. What is the show about?
Okay. The show is about, there's two main storylines. One
Mhm.
is teachers, a couple who have offended their school board and have lost their jobs, and they're doing their best to sort of come through from that, like what that leads to. That sounds very grim. It's actually done in a way that I think can be very funny. And the other storyline is that obsession that we all have with thrift stores and with yard sales, and trying to find that one item that could be worth $1 million, like that one thing. And
Mhm.
I'm fascinated by that psychology, that yard sale mentality, right? So this is not really a spoiler. The play is about the clash of those two storylines. That's how I would describe that.
I would describe it that way as well. I love, and I think the reason why I found this play so entertaining and connecting with me is because I'm not a garage sailor, but I'm an estate sailor. So
Oh,
I'm
oh.
always on the hunt for the next cool thing that may be worth something. So when I'm reading your play, I was like, oh my God, I so feel these people. Was anybody in the play based off of somebody you know in real life? Like you said, you're not into the whole garage sale thing, but is somebody you know one of those people or?
Well, I'll back up to the first storyline because I am actually, in addition to being a writer, I've been a teacher. I'm a public school teacher, and I have been for 24 years. So
Okay.
that main storyline, like the more serious storyline, I wanted to like do right by my profession. Like I wanted to like show what I think teachers are really like. And they're so beat up upon these days. It's like my profession is being vilified. So Freya and Gillian, my teachers in the play, they are people that I work with. They are people that I see and that I know every day and that I admire, that I think are
Mhm.
just they're heroes, right? They're absolute heroes. Now, as far as the other side goes, So the mallard, like that duck decoy, could easily have fit into the pickup trunk of my uncle because I'm from a small town. I grew up in that rural world, and I know exactly what those things are like. So I have those personal connections,
Okay,
I suppose.
very
Yeah.
cool. I like that. So, what inspired you to write this story other than you wanting to give back to the teaching aspect and really do right by your old profession? Is there anything else that kind of inspired it? Did you see this happening in real life to people? Anything like that?
Well, I will tell you that the mallard itself, that object that the play is centered on, I was really interested in taking something that could kind of be meaningless, like it's just a piece of wood, right?
Right.
But that it
Yeah.
could have such different meanings for different people. And I will tell you very specifically politically, because I'm from a small town, my family's very rural, very conservative, and they would understand that. They would understand that decoy and what it's worth. But ironically, the people that drive those prices up, and you may know this as an estate person, they tend to
Hmm.
be wealthy, elite, urban people, right? So
Yes.
it's a crossover. It's a symbol that crosses over. I'm fascinated by that. To me, that was the goal, to like write a play that would appeal to like the progressives, but also my
Hmm.
family. Like they could come see this and they would not be embarrassed by my play. That was the goal.
I love that. What was the most difficult part in writing this play?
Balancing the humor with the heartache, the
I can
heartbreak.
definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely I can see that because you're right. With the teachers, there's definitely heartache that happens there. And there's that emotional connection without giving stuff away, but the emotional connection of why this stuff is so important on both
Yeah.
sides,
There
which
you go.
really is very interesting to see that play out on both sides for that. What do you want the audience to take away from this?
I want them to feel connected to all five of my characters. I want them to see themselves in at least one or two of them.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I'm kind of a political playwright, but I don't want to be a polemical playwright. I want to, as I keep saying, cross over. So if one side of the play is not your world, I hope the other side will be, and I hope we'll like be encouraged to like think about it. You know, anybody who's like had a teacher, loved a teacher, admired a teacher, particularly their elementary school teachers, because that's what I do. I want to hit that. I want us to think about that. I want us to remember what they give us and what they've given us, because, you know, as I keep saying, the profession is just so, it's just so under attack these days, and it's just not right. It is not right.
No, and you're right. Teaching is one of the hardest jobs out there. I mean, people are sending their kids to go be
Yeah.
taught and to have somebody watching over them at the same time, and yet you get so much pushback just even from parents, and then the students themselves. And so you're right. It's a very difficult profession. And it's something that you said it earlier, teachers are like heroes. And I absolutely 100% agree with that. So I think that you have really done a great job with being able to connect. I mean, who can't connect with a teacher? Whether you are a teacher, even if you aren't, you have teachers, right?
Yeah.
So you can always connect with the teaching aspect. And I think at some point everybody has gone to or had a garage sale. I don't think I'd have anybody in my life that hasn't experienced
Right.
that.
Right.
So even if you never had the hunt at a garage sale, somebody's had a hunt for that favorite Christmas toy for their
Mm-hmm.
kids or something. So everybody understands the art of these things. And I think there is no way somebody could come see this play and not connect on both sides at some level.
That's great. Yeah, that was a good answer. Thank you for that. That was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So really quick here, what inspires you to begin your career as a playwright?
I came at this from acting. I still do some stage acting when I get the chance. I love characters that are complicated. I love characters that are contradictory.
Mhm.
You know, those are the ones that I wanted to play as an actor, and then I just felt like there weren't enough of them, particularly in the modern sort of canon. So I'm always looking for stories that don't have an easy solution, that are very complex and contradictory and make us think about people who are like doing the opposite of what they should be doing. I think that's so interesting. And I also think it can be very funny. I mainly write comedies, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in this particular play, which is your favorite character?
Oh yeah, my favorite character is well, I don't want to give too much away, but Davis. Davis, one of the
Okay.
thrifters, because the poor guy, he's bit off more than he could chew. He's looking for this thing. He thinks he's found this thing, and then his life is being torn to pieces, and he doesn't know how to cope. I actually think that's weirdly, I think that's very funny.
It's hilarious,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
It's very funny. So going back to Playfest as a whole, how has Playfest supported or shaped your development as a writer?
Well, I will say this, the other plays that I've worked on here, they've all been produced. They've all gone forward. And well, not the last one, the Zoom one, but that's had a ton of other development. There's something about having a smart audience, getting that feedback, smart actors, having the time. It's not just one day, we have the week or more. It just helps you lock it down. And
Yeah.
I think, for a writer like me who's drawn to contradiction and complexity, I need more time. I need
Mhm.
more time to get it right. And so I would say that's the key to your festival.
I love hearing that. Well, we are so excited to have you back with us for Playfest. If you want to go ahead and check out the Mallard, and I strongly suggest that you do, it is going to be here at Orlando Shakes November 2nd at 5 p.m. Single ticket for the show is $16. You can get a Playfest pass, which has all 5 shows for $66. So that's always amazing. Vincent, is there anything that you would like to say, whether it's to inspire somebody or tell people in 5 words or less why they should come? I'm going to leave that up to you.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to talk about writers. I was going to say, let's inspire some new writers. Come
Do
see it.
that.
Come see a
Yeah.
new play and then write one of your own. That's what I would say.
Excellent. I love hearing that. Once again, Vincent, thank you so much for joining us and talking about the Mallard and Playfest. It was a pleasure having you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.